Well, let's move on now. And the search for the Deputy Chief Justice has begun. The Judicial Service Commission has kicked off interviews for 5 candidates who were shortlisted for the position. On day 1 of the exercise, Oxford Law Professor Dr. Phoebe Okowa and Court of Appeal Judge Kalpana Rawal appeared before the JSC panel where they defended their past. And as KTN's Rita Tinina reports, it was no easy task.
One of which you may choose.
Exactly 4 months after Nancy Baraza, who was accused of assaulting a security guard at the village market, resigned as Deputy Chief Justice, the Judicial Service Commission took another step in the search for a Deputy Chief Justice who will double up as the Deputy President of the Supreme Court. Dr. Phoebe Okowa, a law professor at Oxford University, was the first to appear before the JSC panel.
You went to very good universities. You wrote in good law journalists. Taught by good teachers. What common touch do you bring to this job if you are given?
Well, first of all, I bring the office the virtue of being a very ordinary Kenyan who went to very ordinary Kenyan schools, who grew up in a very humble Kenyan family and somehow succeeded. So to that extent, that's very much part of who I am.
Dr. Okowa had been shortlisted for the Deputy Chief Justice position 2 years ago, but did not show up for the vetting.
Isn't your background too narrow for a common man's office like the Deputy Chief Justice?
I have spent considerable period teaching in other universities as a visiting professor. I see that as a very valuable experience that I will bring on the court. It's a valuable comparative experience.
In the afternoon, the commission heard from Court of Appeal Judge Kalpana Rawal.
We are looking for a safe pair of hands. Someone who will not rock the boat. We don't want to recruit again after 6 months or a year. Can you share with us why and how you are that safe pair of hands we are looking for?
Let me kind of give a pledge that even looking at my background, I'm not the one who could rock the boat.
Rawal, who boasts of years of experience in the judiciary, had been shortlisted for the position of Chief Justice 2 years ago, but lost to Dr. Willie Mutunga. She was taken up on various issues, including how she arrived at a 20 million shilling settlement for unlawful detention in the case of Otieno Makonyango, to the issue of abortion.
What would then be your interpretation of its purport?
I might like to go with the constitutional definition.
The search for the country's second most powerful judge continues for the next 2 days, with 3 more candidates lined up to appear before the JSC as the judiciary seeks to fully constitute the Supreme Court, which will play a key role in hearing and determining election petitions. Rita, Tinina, KTN at the Supreme Court.
All right, a vote has